going to say this is probably about a wash. I think they'll both score around about 35 goals, I would say. I think Zibanejad's probably going to have a significant amount more points because he's a better playmaker, better offensive player overall. But I could definitely see these guys both scoring around the same amount of goals, 30, 35 in that range. I would say closer to 35.
Anthony, who do you think is going to score more?
Just like I told you, Mark, I tried to make these really tough where it's going to be real close. And I agree with Phil here. I mean, oddly enough, the last 2 years, he seems like he's getting better. I think he's right around 35 goals. Zibanejad has the capability of scoring, 40 plus. Nelson has the slight edge over the last 2 years, but I think it's going to be even. I hate to take the easy way out and kind of say even, but I think they're both around 35 goals. Maybe one scores closer to 40 or even reaches 40. But I mean, look, they're both going to get top power play time. They both get a lot of minutes during the game, so they each have the affordability to reach those numbers. So I think it's going to be a toss up here.
It's called take your pick, guys. So I'm taking a pick. So I'll be the bold one, and okay. I'm gonna say it's Brock Nelson. I do have 2 questions here. Does Bo Horvat on power play 1 take away some opportunities for Brock Nelson to score? And also, how is Mika Zibanejad's one-timer going to be? If that one-timer is on, and
it's 45 goals for him if that one-timer's on.
And let's say it's on, goalies stop it, that you got Chris Kreider cleaning up. I mean, he's got a rebound from that. Very bad.
You got to put in for Mika Zibanejad is, do they actually keep him in that Ovechkin office and not put him in the bumper and put Panarin there? Because if they keep him there all year, then that's probably going to be closer to 40, maybe 40 plus for Zibanejad.
Who scores more points this season? Tampa Bay Lightning, Nikita Kucherov, or the Toronto Maple Leafs, Mitch Marner?
I am going to go with Mitch Marner. I think Tampa Bay's going to be a little bit of a weaker team this year. I think that could play in a role with Kucherov. Don't get me wrong, still a phenomenal player. Marner got so close to 100 points last year, 99. I think this year he finally eclipses the century mark. But I don't know. For some reason, I just think the Lightning may take a little bit of a step back, which may also correlate with Kucherov and maybe scoring a little less. Meanwhile, Toronto, I mean, offensively, they're, really unchanged. I think Mitch Marner is going to be Mitch Marner. I'm going to say Mitch Marner edges out Kucherov. But once again, it's close. You could go either one, and you could be like, all right, oh, yeah, I could see that happening.
This one's tough. Both teams lost some guys, but they brought in some guys that I really think are going to help them out big time. Like, Toronto brings in Tyler Bertuzzi and Max Domi and adds them to that big 4. And you're now going to push David Kampf. I mean, I know Michael Bunting's gone, but I mean, if you ask me, Bertuzzi's the better player than Bunting. I like Tampa Bay bringing in Connor Sheary to help out. Brandon Hagel has taken a step offensively. For me, I'm going to go Nikita Kucherov just because I think that he's due for another 100-point season. He's eclipsed it 3 times, and he's had about 350 points in those seasons. So that's a really, really good player. If he stays healthy, I personally think he's a lock for 100 points.
I'm actually going to go Mitch Marner. I still think the higher ceiling is right now with the Maple Leafs, offensively speaking. You got to hope that Stamkos is still going to do what Stamkos has been doing the last 2 years. He has been absolutely phenomenal in the last 2 years when you thought it was going to take a turn the other way for him. And, it's just, I have to think Toronto right now is in their prime. who is going to get more goals this season? Montreal Canadiens, Cole Caufield, or Josh Norris of the Ottawa Senators? And guys, I got to ride the goal Caufield train. He had a short season last year, and he looked incredible. I think he had 25, if I recall correctly, off the top of my head. I should have that number.
It was like 26
anyway.
in 44 games.
That's incredible. That's a 50-goal pace.
Almost.
I'll take him. It's Cole Caufield. Good job by Josh Norris, but Cole Caufield. Now, can he stay healthy?
Is a layup an option for this one? Can we?
Yeah, sure. We can do layup on this one.
Yeah, this is Cole Caufield, my man. Norris had a 30-goal season, 2 years ago, I think it was?
35.
30. It was 35, yeah. But it was 2 years ago that he had that. Cole Caufield is just by far a better goal scorer. You see the instincts, the shot, the hands, the ability to finish, plays in general. Just the edge is clearly lopsided in Caufield's favor. I don't know how anyone could say Norris in this. Sorry to Josh Norris. No offense to him, but Caufield's just ridiculous.
And also, he's been outstanding as a goal scorer since Marty St. Louis took over as head coach. Anthony, are you saying Josh Norris?
No, I'm going goal Caufield. Guy's a goal scoring machine. I think it's going to be Caufield. However, I will say though, Josh Norris only played in 8 games last year. If he played a full season, his goal totals over the last 2 years would have been higher than Caufield. Then again, Caufield got hurt too, so you never know. But it would have been a little closer. Nonetheless, I'm sticking with Caufield. But I also, if Norris is healthy, he's already had 35-goal season. I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility he scores 35 again, or maybe even a little bit more. So, but I'm gonna go goal. I think Caufield, only because I do think he has the actual potential to reach 50. I don't know if he will next season, but I think he has that type of goal scoring.
I think Caufield, if he stays healthy, is 40+ easy.
Who's going to have more assists this season? Nashville Predator Roman Josi or Colorado Avalanche Norris Trophy defenseman, speaking of Norris in a different manner, Cale Makar?
This is really tough because we saw 2 years ago Roman Josi basically pulled an Erik Karlsson and had the entire Nashville Predator offense running through him.
Now, except his team made the playoffs.
I mean, provided that Matt Duchene had a career year, Filip Forsberg had a great year. I mean, there was talent around him. There's not nearly the amount of talent around him now. But I wonder if Roman Josi is given the driver's key again to just drive that entire offense in the same way that Karlsson did in San Jose. I'm going to go with Makar, though, only because of the fact that, I mean, in terms of pure offensive ability amongst defensemen, he's the best in the league in that regard. There's just no argument to it, as much as we all love Adam Fox. But I think Makar has more talent around him, and I think that's why it's probably in Makar's favor. I think Makar will end with more.
Yeah, I'm going Makar too. I mean, Josi's got him beat by 7 assists the last 2 years, but as Phil said, the Predators have lost some talent with Ron Johansson and Duchene. They're going to have an influx of more younger players in their lineup this year. The Avalanche are going to be expected to be another cup contending team, and they just overall have more talent in their lineup. So I'm going to go Cale Makar here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cale Makar. I had him in fantasy last year. It kind of killed me that he wasn't on another planet like he usually is. But in this case, yeah, Cale Makar, if he gets 87 or 80 games, he'll have like 87 points, something like that. It's ridiculous. Which goalie has a higher save percentage this year? Jake Oettinger of the Dallas Stars or Filip Gustafsson of the Minnesota Wild? Who has the higher save percentage?
Gustafsson surprised people last year with his play after being traded from Ottawa. Granted, he played in less games than Oettinger, so you consider that. But I'm actually going to go against the green here. I'm going to say Gustafsson. I think Minnesota plays more of a defensive-minded game. They have for a while. Dallas plays a little bit more open. And Oettinger's really good, one of the best young goalies in the league. But I think Gustafsson's going to be a little more insulated with the style of play the Wild have. He's also a big guy. It all depends. I mean, could have been a fluke last year and he plays like he did with Ottawa? Maybe. But like I said, I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to say Gustafsson has a slightly higher save percentage in Oettinger this coming year.
He's going to come down. Like, you don't put up a .930 save percentage in consecutive years unless you're Dominic Hasek. Then you're the exception to just about every rule with goaltending. But I'm looking at this Minnesota roster, and it's not great. And I don't like their defense. Look at it. Spurgeon, Brodin, Middleton, Goligoski, Merrill, and Brock Faber, who I was high on, and Cale and Addison too. But, like, you know, if Faber and Addison make strides going forward, then maybe we're having a different conversation during the season or at the end of the season. But I'm just not high on this team overall in their defense. And I fail to see how Gustafsson comes close to a .931 again. So I'm going to go with Oettinger just because I think Oettinger is probably going to be above a .920. I think he'll be somewhere between a .920 and a .925. And I think Gustafsson probably dips down to somewhere below .920, maybe about a .915, which is still not bad. But he's not going to be anywhere near the .931 he was this year.
37 games started. If we start seeing him around the 45-50 number, is that going to
Yeah, absolutely.
So I got to go with Jake Oettinger, who's been the backbone of the Dallas Stars.
Power play goals.
Okay, now that makes more sense.
Say Bedard. I just think that he's got one of the best shots I've ever seen. His shooting is just ridiculous. The hand placement, the way that he generates torque on the stick. I mean, he's already got like an NHL elite level shot for a kid that's 17, 18 years old. It's stupid. There should be no reason why you should be able to shoot that well before you enter the NHL, before you even play a shift in the NHL. This kid's unreal. So I'm going Bedard.
I'm going to go Bedard too. But keep in mind, though, I think in terms of the actual power play unit with talent, I mean, the Coyotes, he could possibly play with Clayton Keller, Jordan Schmaltz.
Nick Schmaltz.
There's guys. Nick Schmaltz. There are guys on the Coyotes that they could put Cooley with on a top power play unit, whereas Bedard, Taylor Hall. I mean, who are the other guys on the Blackhawks power play unit that you're trying to say here? I don't know. I think the Coyotes may be able to put together a better 5-man unit, which may lead to more points, more power play goals. But I'm still going to go with Bedard. I just wanted to kind of throw that caveat out there.
I'm going with Bedard because I think he's going to be their number one option for the power play. You were talking about their options. Filip Kurashev, okay. Corey Perry in front of the net. You got Nick Foligno, Taylor Hall. The best option. Seth Jones. Best option is Connor Bedard. I think that entire team is going to be built to run through him. And the only thing is growing pains. What's going to really happen? I think there's going to be less pressure on Logan Cooley. It's going to be interesting to see what Chicago is going to be doing. But I think it's Connor Bedard all day and all night. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of great hockey content and an entertaining interactive podcast. So check us out and our library of videos.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.